Hello everyone. So today we are going to see the introduction to machine learning topic. So what exactly machine learning is? So machine learning, it is the branch of artificial intelligence where we are going to make the machine intelligent like the human beings, but as human beings they have blessed with the natural intelligence, but machines are not having any kind of natural intelligence. So we as human being trying to make machine intelligent, so that's why it is going to be the artificial intelligence. So machine learning is the branch of the artificial intelligence, and we will be seeing some of the definitions of machine learning. So it is the branch of AI and computer science which focuses on the use of data and algorithms to imitate the way that human learn, gradually improving its accuracy. So it is going to be act like the human beings to get the work done, and whatever the queries has been asked to the machine, so after training it could answer them and give it back to us. So that is what the machine learning is. Another definition of machine learning is it is the field of study that gives computers the capability to learn without being explicitly programmed. And in very simple terms, machine learning can be explained as automating and improving the learning process of computers based on their experiences without being actually programmed, that is, without any human assistance. So, we as the human being making them intelligent, machine learn so that we can get answers of many of our own queries. So, that is what the machine learning is. So in the next slide, we will be seeing some of the machine learning terminologies that we are going to use in the machine learning. So in machine learning, the algorithm is any algorithm could be a set of rules and statistical techniques used to learn the patterns from the data, and it can draw significant information from it. So algorithm is same like how we are going to use it in any kind of programming language as well. So we are going to use another terminology in the machine learning is model. So a model is trained by a machine learning algorithm, so that is called as the model. So predictive variables, so these are the features of the data that can be used to predict the output. Okay, so those are the predictive variables. And response variable, it is the feature or the output variable that needs to be predicted by using the predicted variables itself. So here we have seen the predicted variable. So now using that, if we are going to predict something, so that is going to be the response variable. Training data is something that the model is built using that training data. We will be giving that training data to train our model. So training data helps the model to identify the key trends and patterns essential to predict the output. And the next one is the testing data. So after the model is being trained, it must be tested to evaluate how accurately it can predict an outcome. So this is done by the testing data. So we are going to keep our data into two parts, training and testing. So first, while training, the training data must be passed, and after model is being trained, the testing can be done using the testing data that is already kept aside. So these are the basic terminologies which we are going to use in the machine learning. So next, that is the types of machine learning. So there are three types of machine learning algorithm. So the first one is the supervised machine learning algorithm. So as the name suggests, the supervised machine learning algorithm, it is the technique in which we teach or train the machine using data which is labeled. So it is under someone's supervision. So that's why it is called a supervised machine learning algorithm, and the data is very well labeled over there. So we will be seeing its example, so to make the concept clear. So if you are going to see in the input part, the data is already labeled, that we can figure out the figures whatever given over here, the pictures given over here, they are already labeled as Tom and Jerry. So we need not to like guess or identify which images are this. So this is the kind of labeled data. Then that data is going to be sent toward the machine to make them train. So in training phase, there are different types of operations they can be carried out. Firstly, if needed, we are going to clean the data. We will be applying many pre-processing techniques so that data will be clean. Then we are required some EDA operations as well. And then algorithms need to be applied, and then we will be checking the model's evaluation. So all this is going to be done in the training phase, and once it is done, we can get the labeled output, and that is the classified in different, what we can say that the classes. So now over here, the labeled data that we have passed is now, after applying the supervised machine learning algorithm, it is divided into separate class, and class's name is Jerry, where all Jerry's images are collected together, and another class is the Tom, where all Tom's images are collected together. So this is what the basic type of machine learning algorithm. The first one, supervised machine learning algorithm. So the second type of machine learning algorithm is unsupervised machine learning algorithm. So unsupervised learning involves training by using unlabeled data and allowing the model to act on the information without guidance. So as there is no supervision, so that's why it is called as unsupervised machine learning. So now, and the data is also not labeled, it is the unlabeled data. So these are the basic differences between supervised and unsupervised machine learning. In supervised, it is under someone's supervision. Here no supervision is there. Supervised machine learning algorithm performs on labeled data, it is performed on unlabeled data. So how exactly it is getting done? So if you can see over here, the pictures are given but there are no labels, there are no information given over here. The same type of operations we will be performing while giving a training to the machine. So now in this algorithm, how exactly the data can be identified then? So while training the machine, the machine is going to understand the patterns and it is going to discover the output based on the patterns. We can say that the features or different characteristics of the data item. So depending on that, it is going to divide your data into separate groups. Okay, so if you can see over here, the output is also unlabeled, but you can see its division is done properly. So these are called as clusters in case of unsupervised machine learning. So how these clusters have been made? Maybe from the patterns, characteristics or properties of the data. So these clusters have been formed based on the feature similarity then. So now if we are going to compare again supervised and unsupervised, so supervised, it is under someone's supervision. Unsupervised machine learning, no supervision is there. In supervised, we will be considering labeled data. In unsupervised, we will be considering unlabeled data. And supervised machine learning algorithm, the output is divided into classes, and in unsupervised machine learning algorithm, the output is divided into different clusters. So clusters can be made depending on the feature similarity or the characteristics or the properties of the data. So this is the second kind of machine learning algorithm. Now the next kind of machine learning algorithm, the third one, that is called as reinforcement learning. So it is a part of machine learning where an agent is put in an environment and he learns to behave in this environment by performing certain actions and observing the rewards which gets from those actions. So here there is no supervision, no labeled or unlabeled data. Directly the agent is put in the environment and there from its own experiences, agent is trying to get the learn, okay, in terms of maybe positive, negative outputs, maybe in terms of rewards or maybe in terms of some other actions as well. So if you're going to see over here, this agent is put into the environment and where the agent is trying to sense what is good, what is bad, or what is positive, negative thinking, and whatever the experiences it has been learned, no, it will be kept in the memory. So here we can see that some rewards, some negative points, some positive points can be given, what action to be taken, what action not to be taken. This all is going to be learned by the agent directly from the experiences. So this is what the reinforcement learning is. So here we have seen all three types of machine learning algorithm, that is supervised machine learning algorithm, unsupervised machine learning algorithm, and reinforcement learning. So now why machine learning is important then? So data is lifeblood of all businesses. Without data, no business can be run. So data driven decisions increasingly make the difference between keeping up the competition or falling further behind. So machine learning can be the key to unlock the value to corporate and customer data and in enacting the decision that keep company ahead of the competition. So there are many real-time applications of machine learning we are going to see. So there are some use cases of the machine learning in manufacturing, how the machine learning can be used in retail, in healthcare, travel and hospitality, financial services and energy. Everywhere there is the use of machine learning algorithm. So why exactly machine learning is needed? So on the social media, we always used to have the values on the social media as well. So there, if we are tagging our friends, we are trying to recover the data, so over there the machine learning algorithm works. If we are going to see the example of Amazon Alexa, we are going to give some command to Alexa. Alexa is already pre-trained and Alexa is going to perform that task for us. So that is also a type of machine learning algorithm. So next we will be seeing some of the machine learning applications. So we will be checking the domains where machine learning application falls. So in automatic language translation, like from any one language to another language, the machine learning plays the vital role. In medical diagnosis, stock market trading, so online fraud detection, virtual personal assistant, email spam, whether the mail is spam or not, how it can be decided using the machine learning algorithm. Self-driving cars, where the driver is not there and how automatically the car will be driven, that is also application of machine learning. Then product recommendation, traffic prediction, whether which route to be taken depending on the traffic, that is also the application of machine learning. In speech recognition and image recognition, all these are the popular applications of machine learning. So now we are going to see what is the relationship between AI, ML and deep learning, or maybe there is some confusion who is related or how it is going to relate to each other. So now this diagram tells us the clear what view of all three domains. So artificial intelligence, it is the technique which enables machine to mimic like the human, so it is the broad domain. Okay, and inside that AI we can find machine learning, that is a subset of AI, that is a part of artificial intelligence technique which use the statistical methods to enable machine to improve the experience. And the deep learning, it is again the subset of ML which make the computation of multi-layer neural network feasible. So AI is the broad domain and machine learning is the subset of AI, and deep learning in turn, it is the subset of machine learning. Okay, so now we are going to see what is deep learning. So deep learning, as we have seen in the diagram as well, no, it is the subset of machine learning. So deep learning is a class of machine learning algorithm that actually use a cascade of multiple layers of non-linear processing units for feature extraction and transformation, and each these successive layer uses the output from the previous layer as input. So we may have the different layers, okay, and over there we will be trying to extract the features from the training. Okay, those features are the important features. Depending on this, we are trying to get the information, and all these layers are present in the deep learning, and every layer is taking input from the output as the previous layer. So it learn in the supervised manner, for example the classification, or unsupervised manner as well. So deep learning can learn from supervised or unsupervised any kind of machine learning algorithm. So deep learning, it learn multiple levels of representation that corresponds to different level of abstraction, the levels from a hierarchy of concept. So in deep learning we will be seeing the different layer of abstraction where the abstract view is given, the detailed information is hidden from the user to avoid the confusion. That is what the deep learning is. So why deep learning is important? So there are some limitations and advantages as well for the deep learning. So limitations of what? No, traditional machine learning algorithm, that why deep learning is required. So the traditional machine learning algorithms, those were not good at handling the high dimensional data. So when the data is very huge and we have the multiple or high dimensions at that time, the machine learning algorithms were not that useful and difficult to do the feature extraction and object recognition. That is also the problem of the traditional machine learning algorithms. So that's why we move towards the deep learning. And advantages of the deep learning are, it is computationally expensive but it is capable of handling high dimensional data, and it is also doing the feature extraction very well, and that too automatically as compared to machine learning. So that is the introduction to our machine learning and deep learning. We have seen how it is connected to the artificial intelligence and the details about machine learning and deep learning. Thank you.